Let's talk about average ticket. So a lot of owners that I talk to, it's split. Some owners really pay attention to average ticket and some people don't. Are you one of those guys that pays attention to average ticket?
We do pay attention to average ticket. Right now our average ticket's about $310, but it is something that we watch fairly regularly, yes.
Yeah, and do you have a goal for what your average ticket should be or you want it to be?
You know, it's tough. We watch, car counts fluctuate up a little bit and average ticket go down or vice versa, and so just really trying to watch the trends and the patterns of the store. But again, similar to our conversation already, it's hard for us to know what's good and what's bad in that regard because we're only basing it off of what this store has done and what, again, the guys that I'm working with have done and what we consider good or bad based off of that.
I noticed there's a Firestone down the street. Do you know what their average ticket is?
I have no idea.
What about just like in the area? Just either...
I don't know. Every once in a while I'll drive around and look and see if some of the stores are busy. But in terms of average ticket or car count or anything like that, I couldn't tell you.
But your goal is 310.
Well, my goal is 310. Yep.
Yeah. So do you know that that's good? What if I told you that I know for a fact that in the Chicagoland area the average ticket is around 360?
That would be an eye-opening fact for me, and that would make me go back to the drawing board with my team and figure out what we need to be doing differently.
Yeah.
And I think it would change how we do business, and I think it would give us an immediate opportunity to try to grow what we're doing or change what we're doing to not only be average, but beat what the average is.
When was the last time you raised your labor rate?
We raised our labor rate last year, and it was a reluctant increase because I have no idea what the labor rate around me is doing. I obviously do some mystery shopping every now and then to try to get a gauge, but outside of that, I don't know what
And what you raised it to, was it random or was it sort of targeted at something?
It was targeted from the standpoint that it was a small increase that I was hoping that not many people realized. It felt comfortable. I didn't feel like anyone would raise any questions to it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that's what we went off of.
Yeah. You seem to be a hands-on owner involved. So I saw you up front with the customer and then talking to technicians a little bit ago. So you're involved on the day-to-day.
I try to work as much in the store with the guys as I can.
Yeah, so then when you're looking at your numbers, do you look at them every day or do you just look at them every week, every month?
I usually look at them at the end of every month and see how we did that month and obviously compare it to what we did last year. That's a benchmark that we have and see where we're at.
Have you ever gone and finished a month and then gone back and rechanged your average ticket?
And rechanged it?
It was a trick question.
No, I don't think we have. Right, so I can't go backwards. I'll look and see what we did, but at that point, it's a little bit late for me to impact what the last month had happened.
Yeah. It's hard to. That's another thing that I always notice is talking to owners is they know what their numbers are, but they don't know as they're happening. And so, would you say you're in that group of people? Like, for example, if your average ticket was 310 1 week and then it dropped to 300 and then back to 340, is that something that registers, or you don't really pay attention to that on a weekly basis?
You know, that's not something on a weekly basis that I'm watching. Really, it's more on a monthly basis once the month is over.
Yeah. And what do you attribute when you are having the type of month where your average ticket is a little bit better than a different month?
You know, I just think we did a better job, right? Whether we're doing a better job with our inspections or we're selling up front. I assume that's what it is, but I can't point to anything concrete to know.
Yeah. Sometimes people just spend more money in the market. Sometimes the market's just busier.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you.